Uh, Hello guys, what's up? Hope you're all doing good, and welcome to the Tana Show. Uh, uh, I hope mnaendelea fiti na na hii msimu wa baridi. Winter is here with us. I hope you all are doing better. Uh, Today show yetu ya leo tutaenda kupiga story ya African tradition and globalization. So we're all Africans and Africa is our business. Yeah. So leo tutachambua kwanza tujue story ya okay, hatutaingilia sana. We won't go much deeper into African traditions and culture, but we shall look African tradition and globalization, how does globalization affect our traditional practices. Yeah. So African tradition is diverse and rich, reflecting the continent's complexity and cultural wealth. So the traditions play a vital role in maintaining social cohesion, cultural identity, and a sense of continuity within African communities. So despite the pressure of globalization, many African societies continue to preserve and celebrate their unique cultural heritage. So simply I'm not trying to sijaribu inaitwaje kusema globalization ni mbaya. Yes, to some extent, yeah, we do need globalization. Yeah, there's some things that we need to move. Yeah, we need to move with the current change, but moreover, there's also some, or there are maybe many things we as Africans that identify us. Yeah, so we also need to uphold them. So African tradition encompass a vast array of customs, beliefs, and practices that vary significantly across the continent's diverse cultures and societies. These traditions are deeply rooted in the history, environment, and spiritual life of African communities. Yes, yeah, okay. Uh, I did put down a list of key aspects of the African traditions. So the first thing we're going to look at is the oral tradition. Yeah, like uh, African ways, we used to learn about our past. Yeah, we used to learn about okay, this before it's before colonialism. Yeah, we used to learn about our traditions and culture through storytelling. Yeah, proverbs and folk, proverbs and folk tales. Yeah, they used to zilikuwanga na meanings zao. Yeah. So the next aspect you're going to look is music and dance. Different African cultures have their own musics and dance. For example, for hapa hivi Kenya, kuna the Kikuyus, they have Mugithi. Yeah. And I think just know of a few of them. Yeah. Kuna art and crafts. Another aspect is rituals and ceremonies. Yeah. So in mostly I'll major mostly in Kenya. Yeah. Because example of rituals and ceremonies, circumcisions, marriage, and funeral rites. Yeah. And yeah, weddings and funerals are significant events, often involving elaborate rituals, dances, and common gatherings to celebrate life and death. Yeah, another aspect is religion and spirituality. Uh, Africans, we do have our own beliefs, and different tribes in Africa do have their own beliefs. Yeah, African traditional religions are diverse, often involving ancestors worship, beliefs in spirits, and the use of rituals to communicate with the spiritual world. Yeah, another aspect is festivals and celebrations. There's community and family life, and there's cuisine. So this entails of African foods. Yeah, Like yeah, the Kisses they have matoke. Yeah, the Kikuyus have mokimo. Yeah. So African cuisine is a diverse with which region uh, having its staple food and traditional dishes, including ingredients like yams, millets, maize, and plantations are common. So another aspect is traditional healing and medicine. These are African culture being overshadowed by globalization. Uh, well, like in this show, like you see African healing, like before globalization, yeah. Uh, when we people became sick, yeah, there was a way that we used to heal ourselves, and that was mainly through the herbs. Yeah. So like adimi wa leo squeeze like I don't remember the last time I visited a hospital. Rather, I don't remember the last time I took medicines in either form, pills or injections. So like me, whenever I feel like something's wrong with my body, yeah, aloe vera is always the way. Like huwa naendanga pale like kwa neighbor anakuanga na aloe vera plants kadhaa pale, so na pluck, I go wash them, then na boil na maji moto and I take the medicine. Yeah, like aloe vera inakuanga like I think for me nitasema huwa ina work for me within minutes. Yeah. So like another segment like we shall look about the African globalization, is the impact of globalization on African culture. Yeah. So like let's start by looking at the economic influence. Yeah. Mm, well, like when post colonial, yeah, the whites ama the westerners walikuwa wanatafuta places wata expand ama places wataeka biashara zao. Yeah, like that's how we know. Yeah. uh they introduced the business practices in African, which whereby they brought in the industries. Yeah. Western business practices are characterized by efficiency, competition, and profit maximization, have become prevalent in many African countries. These practices often lead to shifts in local economic activities and cultural norms. For instance, in Kenya, the rise of technology hubs like Nairobi Silicon Savannah has attracted international investments and fostered tech-driven economy. The companies in these hubs operate with strong influence from Western business models, focusing on innovation, startup culture, and venture capital. Um, while this shift brings economic growth and job creation, this is why it impacts local practices and cultural values. Traditional business models that emphasize community welfare and long-term sustainability may be overshadowed by this pursuit of immediate profits. In rural areas, for example, local artisans and small-scale farmers often face challenges in competing with mass-produced goods and large agribusinesses. Yeah, like you see, like during pre-colonial, like we used to have the main business the main business uh, that Africans used to do, like this is smithing. Yeah, like hii ya kutengeneza jembe, jiko, yeah, hizi boxes, but siku hizi zimeanza kufade away. Yeah, hii ni because of the technology brought by globalization. Yeah, the influence of global market and Western businesses practices is a double-edged sword. While it brings modernization and economic development, it also poses a risk to local tradition and cultural values. The challenge lies in finding a balance that allows for growth while preserving the unique cultural values. So, like another thing you're going to look is media technology. Yeah, and talking of media technology, like like I'll give examples of Western films, music, and social media trends. Yeah, like we've seen that nowadays the world has become a small place. So like globalization has brought in like this like inaitwaje, the Instagram, the X, uh, the inaitwaje, the OnlyFans, yeah, and all that. So like hii tunaona ina eradicate African tradition, like you see like what the nini, what the community ama the people ama us are the westerners, yeah, inakuja nazo, like let's say the OnlyFans and the X videos. Yeah, you see, yeah, these are characters that we didn't hatukwanga nazo like Africans. We never had we never like showing off yourself ama exposing your body in African tradition ilikuwanga illegal. It was a bad thing. It was a bad thing showing your body. Ukitembea like showing your body and doing nasemaje, these other practices on your body, like the sex, selling your body pictures. That hiyo ilikuwanga imminence. Yeah. Ah. How? How? But sasa hii like the aspect yenye juu hiyo ni time ya pre-colonial, so like hatukwanga na hiyo like tasemaje, like yeah, alafu unaona sahi like kama the OnlyFans and the X videos, like sahi inaonekana like you see like kama dem anataka ku get married, yeah, na uone like hizi nini zake zinaitwa videos of herself in the X industry, I mean in the X medias and the OnlyFans. You see hiyo already sani utakuwa unasema uko na bibi. Yeah. So like hizo ndo like the some of the bad thing that globalization imekuja nazo, yeah. So alafu pia kuna hii tukiendelea bado hapo hivyo na cultural homogenization, like kuna hii adoption ya lifestyle na western fashion, yeah. So like ukiona nguo za leo ama ukiona nguo za siku hizi na pia lifestyle ya siku, okay, acha tuongelee fashion, yeah, like hii fashion ya niitwaje, like nitaongelea kama like hii yenye hii inakuanga for mostly inakuanga for the ladies. So like how they dress, like unapata a woman dresses something very short, yeah, yenye na expose her upper thighs, yeah, and breasts and whatever. So like hii ina eradicate like our values as Africans. Yeah, pia kwa lifestyle choices, yeah, there's so many lifestyle choices kwanza ndo imeaffect mostly our Africans, like hii lifestyle imekuja na many things, na biggest thing of which biggest advantage imekuja nao ni like the diseases, yeah. So many diseases may come up due to our lifestyles, na like hii inafanya inatulead kwa early grave, yeah. So another case study ni cultural retention, yeah. So like tutaangalia hapa hivi like different cultures in Africa, like their lifestyle ama, yeah, the lifestyle the economic lifestyle na vile globalization imezi affect, yeah. So like in Ghana traditional festivals kulikuanga na kuna hii the like of homo and abokea festival preserved for African values, yeah. Such festivals are vital and in presenting and promoting cultural values. They serve as living tradition that celebrate historical events, reinforce community identity, and transmit cultural knowledge across generation. Through rituals, commonly participation and cultural expressions, these festivals maintain the rich heritage and collective memory of the Ga and Efutu people, ensuring that their traditions remain vibrant and relevant to the modern world. So like pia walikuwa na the Ghanaians, like we do know that they have a certain way of clothing, yeah. which is known as the kente cloth, and it's used and until hata modern, hata in the modern societies of in the modern society of Ghana, like hiyo ndio fashion yao yenye hawajai hata most, like you can easily identify a Ghanaian with the kente cloth. Yeah, so like tukiangalia hii side ya Ethiopia, kuna hiyo language and religion which mostly okay, mostly Ethiopians tunajonga with their religion. Yeah, so like so there's a certain guy in the Bible, like alikuja through Egypt and whatever, na akasimamia hapo hivyo Ethiopia. So like the preservation of Amharic language, which I think is the largest in Ethiopia, and Orthodox Christianity in Ethiopia involves a combination of educational, cultural, and religious initiatives. By integrating these aspects into everyday life, media, and community activities, so Ethiopia maintains and strengthens its linguistic and religious heritage through continuous efforts in education, cultural preservation, and global engagement. Both American and Orthodox Christianity remain vital to the nation's identity and cultural continuity. So like another thing that identify Ethiopians inakwanga hiyo the coffee culture. So like I think they're amongst the top exporters of coffee. The traditional Ethiopian coffee ceremony is much more than a method of preparing and enjoying coffee. It's a deeply ingrained cultural practice that embodies hospitality, community, and tradition. Through its ritualistic preparation, social interaction, and symbolic significance, the ceremony reflects the values of and heritage of Ethiopian society. Its continued practice not only honors historical customs but also reinforces cultural identity and social cohesion in both local and global contexts. Yeah, so like in South Africa, it's also another country that uphold African tradition yao. Yeah, so like it, there's this thing called there's this philosophy called Ubuntu. Yeah, which interconnects and shared humanity. So the term Ubuntu is derived from the Nguni Bantu language, meaning humanity, or I am because we are. It embodies the idea that a person's humanity instinctively links to the humanity to the to the humanity of others, and it emphasizes the importance of relationship, compassion, and mutual respects. So key principles include uh, compassion and empathy, community and collectivism, respect and dignity, reconciliation and forgiveness. So the role of Ubuntu in South African society was social cohesion and community building, justice and reconciliation, leadership and governance. So Ubuntu basically is a powerful and enduring concept in South Africa society, shaping social interactions, governance, justice, and community development. By emphasizing this compassion and collective well-being, Ubuntu helps build a more cohesive, just and harmonious society. Its principles continue to inspire efforts towards reconciliation, social justice, and the upliftment of all members of the community. Like yeah, I think like traditionally, like upholding the values and virtues in our tradition, like ilikuanga ina preach one thing, like unity and harmony, yeah, justice and cohesiveness. So pia like South Africa pia iko na indigenous languages which are mostly used like in their country. Hata pia nimeona like if you watch some of the parliament proceedings in Africa, in South Africa, yeah, you'll see them. There's a place where they use their indigenous language, yeah. So I don't actually know like kama ni the Zulu ama the Xhosa ama Sesotho. So but the Zulu, I think it's the biggest clan ama the biggest tribe in the South Africa. So efforts to preserve and promote Zulu, Xhosa, and Sesotho. Languages in South Africa are multifaceted. So, involving government policies, educational initiatives, media and technology, community engagement, and academic research. These efforts are crucial for maintaining cultural diversity and ensuring that future generations continue to speak and appreciate their linguistic heritage. Through these combined efforts, South Africa aims to keep its indigenous languages vibrant and relevant in a rapid changing world. Yeah, so like also another symbol of unity, not simple. Another symbol of unity is language. Yeah, when a certain group of people like speak the same language, utaona like their unity ama their bond inakuanga that much close. Yeah, and ndio maana like the late president wa Tanzania Magufuli alikuanga ana vote for hii like why should Africans why should we kwa nini tusi select a particular language, a common language. Yeah, and that's why like hapa hivi Eastern Africa like tuko na the Swahili. Yeah, Kiswahili inaonge a good number of countries do speak Kiswahili kusaidia Eastern Africa, Eastern and Central Africa. So like Africa like meaning a voice like we start doing our own things, yeah, and a language ama we adopt a single language moja and we move with it. So like another place that upholds tradition, it's Uganda. Like culture mostly plays a role when it comes to discipline. Like okay, Ugandans wanakwanga more cultural and tradition like kuliko sisi wa Kenya. Like Uganda, it's a place whereby like I was seeing like in a certain video in DWS, I think. Yeah, like huyo Edith Kimani alikuwa anauliza some lady like in Uganda uh, how African tradition is being upheld ama inaendelea aje at Uganda. So the girl said like ama the woman said like uko hivyo like mzazi wako akikuongelesha in your native language and you respond like with another language, let's say Kiswahili or English, the next thing you're receiving is angoto. Like okay, I think hata pia ina happeningi pia in Africa like in Kenya, in hapa hivi Kenya like whereby tukiendanga ushago ama like when you go meet your grandparents, yeah, most likely they usually talk to us in our language, in our mother tongue language, yeah. So like in Uganda, I think it's the place whereby the ladies ama yeah, the ladies wanakuanga like kama wana serve bwana, let's say food or something else, like walikuanga wana serve you with their heads bowed down and kneeling. So like this is something that is being hii inaenda ikipotea polepole, yeah, because of the globalization. So in another segment tutaangalia yeah, tutaangalia like let's see like the opinions ama like let's see like in Kenya ama like how we are trying like to protect our African traditions. Yeah, for example like in Kenya, several government departments and cultural institutions play a crucial role in safeguarding cultural heritage. Yeah, key entities include like kuna Ministry of Sport and Heritage, kuna National Museums of Kenya. Hapa hivi ndio penye kunahifadhiwa the like things from the past. Yeah, kuna hiyo National Archives, documentation services. This department is responsible for preserving Kenya's documentary heritage, including historical records, documents and archives that are crucial for understanding and preserving the national history and culture. Uh, Cultural institutions like the Kenya National Library Service that promotes literacy and access of information, including materials related to Kenya's cultural heritage. It plays a role. It plays a role in preserving and providing access in traditional knowledge and cultural documents. Yeah, Kenya Cultural Center. This institution fosters the development and the promotion of the performing arts in Kenya. It serves as a hub of cultural expression and preservation, providing a platform for traditional music, dance, and theater. Another body is the Kenya National Commission for UNESCO. This commission works to promote UNESCO's mission in Kenya, including the preservation of cultural heritage. It supports various cultural and educational projects that align with UNESCO's goals. There are also the NGOs, yeah, that helps in heritage preservation, such as the National Council of Kenya of Churches of Kenya. Yeah, in academia, university departments help by having departments in anthropology, history, and cultural studies. Yeah, I think these are some of the units like learned in the universities. Yeah, like kuna watu wanaendanga kusomea anthropology, history na cultural studies that conduct research and promote the preservation of the Kenyan cultural heritage. These government departments, cultural institutions, and organizations work together to ensure that Kenya's rich cultural heritage is preserved and promoted for future generations. Yeah, so yeah, that's what it's in summary, and the summary of that all. Yeah, the efforts include policy making, education, community engagement, and the management of cultural sites. And okay, so generally, yeah, me personally, I would like us to preserve most of our traditional ways. Yeah, so we are Africans, and what separates us from the other communities outside Africa, it's our culture and our tradition. So generally, let's uphold our tradition, and yeah, that's it. That's for the show today. Yeah, and you guys don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment for chenye unafikiria. Yeah, and pia kuna social media handles. Yeah, ndaacha hapo hivyo chini kwa place ya comment section, na don't forget to also follow and also like. So that's it for today, and you guys mushinde fiti. Yep. Cheers.